All right, my friend, great request by one of my students. We're gonna be going a little slower on this one than I naturally do because I really want them to be able to see these fingerings and apply them. So the weirdest part about this song, I believe, is the rhythm. When we have an A major utilized by having our first finger on the first fret of the thickest string, the C string. Our second finger then goes to the second fret, and it's gonna go onto the high G string. The other two notes being played open, the E and the A, give us a nice open chord. A major, and then I flatten my finger down to play just the high G string, the thick C string, and the E string, leaving the A string open. This D major is kind of a hard one to do, but the more we practice at it, the better we come at it. If you could do it with all three of your fingers, then you can move that up to the fourth fret and lay down your first finger at the second fret on the A string, giving you a B note. A sharp or B flat, B. So an A major to a D major, and then we have an E. Now in lieu of the E, because it's a little bit of a hard chord, you can play what we would consider a passing chord or a seventh dominant chord. This one's an E7. So our first finger is gonna go on the G string, which is closest to our nose, the one highest to your face. Put our first finger down on that G string to make it a G sharp note. Our second finger is gonna play the thick string, the C string, on the second fret, making it a D note. And then our third finger is gonna go all the way up top to the A string. The A string is the string that is furthest away from you. So the high G closest to the nose, the A string furthest away. When you've got this note, and then that note, you're leaving the E string open, and it gives you this tone. Between the A major, the D major, and the E7, this song's a wrap up. There's only a couple other changes, and we're gonna go through here in just a second. We can do all downstrokes, and this is perfectly fine, but if we throw a couple eighth notes in with those quarters, quarter, quarter, eighth note, quarter, 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 eighth note, quarter, they just stabilize the rhythm. Mama Pajama rode out of bed, ran to the police station. Notice how I went from the A major to the D. When Papa found out the D goes directly to the E7, it started the investigation. Back to the A. Interesting enough, you can change that rhythm to have some pretty cool eighth note structures. Down, up, 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 down, up. When we go was against the law, we're gonna go to an E7 again. Was against the law to the A major, E7 to the A7. Then it's gonna go back to a verse. The second verse, Papa Pajamas spit on the ground every time my name get mentioned. And Papa said, oh, we're gonna get that boy, we're gonna stick him in a house of detention. Well, I'm on my way, D, I don't know where I'm going. Back to the A, I'm on my D. Here's where it gets interesting. You play a D, B, and then an E. Sorry, D, B, E. That B is the same thing as the A, but we scoot it up to the fourth fret and then bar the second fret. So here's what it looks like. A major, take one finger off, put the second finger where the first finger went, put the third finger on the fretboard just to get the same chord, A major, and then scooch that up and bar it. You'll get the B major from that. Well, I'm on my way, I don't know where I'm going, I'm on my way, taking my time, but I don't know where. Goodbye, Rose, sweet Verona. Thus far would have been D major, A major, 1 and 2 E, 1 and 2 E, D major, 1 and 2 E, 1 and 2 E, D, B major, E, up on D, woo, Queen A, Rona. Me and Julio Down by the Schoolyard is a 2-pattern function, meaning it goes, and then it does another verse, and then it tails out of that and just goes through that chorus. Me and Julio down by the schoolyard. A to G to D, back to E, then to A, D, A, E. Me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Singing me and Julio down by the schoolyard. The only other thing that's missing there is functionally a bridge. Goes to a D major, back to A, D, does that same 3-chord break. D, B, E, up on D, Queen of Corona. Then it does that chorus again. So what we're actually seeing is a verse, a backing section bridge with the A and the E for the bridge, a verse 2, and then it's going to go into a chorus, and then that chorus is repeated, so you could have an instrumental where he whistles. So take a gander and listen to the actual recording and say what you think. Here's what my version is with the rhythms I use. I'm going to play it a little bit faster than what the video does here. Enjoy. Mama Pajama rolled out of bed, ran to the police station. When Papa found out, he began to shout, started the investigation. Was against the law, was against the law. What people saw was against the law. Mama Pajama spit on the ground every time his name get mentioned. And Papa said, oh, we're gonna get that boy, gonna stick him in a world detention. Well, I'm on my way, don't know where I'm going, I'm on my way, taking my time, but I don't know where. Goodbye, Rose, Queen of Corona, singing me and Julio down by the schoolyard, singing me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Come take him away, cause the press got the story leaked. Then a radical priest get got released and put it on the cover of Newsweek. Well, I'm on my way, don't know where I'm going, I'm on my way, taking my time, but I don't know where. Goodbye, Rose, Queen of Corona, singing me and Julio down by the schoolyard, singing me and Julio down by the schoolyard, singing me and Julio down by the schoolyard, singing me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Kaiden, great request. Anybody else watching this? Hope you liked it. Aloha!